Today on the channel from G.I. Joe Classified series, we got one of my all-time favorite Joes, Shipwreck.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified series unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got one of my all-time favorites. Not quite Flint level, but dangerously close, as we've got Shipwreck. But for all your Shipwreck needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order, and that's exactly what I did, as that's where I went to get my brand new G.I. Joe Classified figures. So excited to have some G.I. Joe figures. G.I. Joe June, my birthday month, it all goes hand in hand. I am here for it, and I'm always excited to get some G.I. Joe figures here at the table today. And of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, the Shipwreck, an all-timer in the Joe days. Absolutely loved Shipwreck when I was a kid. Had his original figure in the 3 3/4 line and was a tippy-top guy always for me. He was a part of it, was it like World Without End? Was that what it was? I can't remember, but remember the cartoon, of course, where they first introduced us to Shipwreck, and he kind of helped save the Joes. And then they said, you know what, come with us, you're going to be a member of the team. Just a great episode. Love that one. I think it was a two-parter, if I'm not mistaken. Love that episode. Love Shipwreck from that episode onward. And then, of course, he was part of the team, of course, with Polly, his parrot, the wisecracking parrot, I guess, if you could speak to animals, I guess. But definitely a very good all-time Joe is Shipwreck. Very cool on the packaging there. I love the new packaging style as we work our way back to plastic packaging in 2024. But I wish they would have went with this instead of that creepy artwork. Creepy, crazy, mismatched, whatever you want to call it. The artwork was all over the place. I do like this style a heck of a lot more. G.I. Joe here, a little artwork there, a little glamour shot. There's all the accessories. Really wraps it up in a nice little bow. Number 70 Shipwreck. Can you believe it? We're almost inching towards 100 very soon. And then Shipwreck artwork. Then we get the little computer code there. You scan that with your phone. You can see what's going on with the old QR code right there if you want to research Shipwreck a little bit more maybe. I don't know. There it is on the back. Got the glamour shots, all that kind of stuff. Bunch of jibber jabber down at the bottom. Nothing else to talk about. No blurb. Would love to blurb, but not in the cards, apparently. Not in the cards. But let's pull it out. Let's see what old Shipwreck's up to. I'm sure he's up to a lot of good things here. He always is. He always is. Off to the races. See you later. Goodbye. Got a little Shipwreck storage locker right there, looking good. Let's pull Shipwreck and all of his stuff out. There it is, looking good. See you later. Almost took out the screen with that one, little Spider-Man style. Bam, see you later. And then we get the little G.I. Joe Cobra parchment paper here. Always here for that. Why wouldn't we be? Pull all the pieces out. Nothing else in there. You always got to check. See you later. Goodbye. Now a little plastic prison. What is this? A little cardboard piece in there. Not sure what that's all about. See you later. Goodbye. And oh boy, there's old Shipwreck. Looking only like a Shipwreck could look in the cardboard prison. Little artwork behind him. I'm here for that as well. Let's cut him out. Let's free the sailor. Let's free that sailor. I believe if I'm mistaken, I don't think I'm mistaken, but I believe he's from San Diego, wasn't he? San Diego, California. Beautiful this time of year. I hear it's beautiful all the time in San Diego. I'll let you guys know personally here in a couple of weeks during San Diego Comic-Con. Can't wait for that. No doubt in my mind about that one. Let's straighten him up here. Let's take a look. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's start it off looking at the accessories here. No hands. That's to be expected with the Joes. We never really get hands with them. We do get a little pistol going on, more traditional pistol here. Some nice sculpting in this pistol, all in black, but definitely a little bit more ornate than your average pistol here for old Shipwreck. So we do get that all in black. Then we get the more traditional Shipwreck pistol. It really brings home his 3 3/4 Joe from back in the 80s. Gotta be honest, I was never a big fan of his weapon. I always felt he needed a better weapon. Not a huge fan of this one, but looks very sea-like or Wild Wild West-like is what this revolver looks like here. You got a little bit of rope on there, all in plastic, of course, but you never know when you might need to hold on to that. If you wrap it around your hand so you don't lose it out in the sea, you know how it goes. Or you might get shipwrecked. You never know. But we got that there. Got a little anchor or a little grappling hook, I guess, more like it. I don't know, grappling hook, anchor, whatever you want to call it here. I guess you can hook it onto this if you want to. So you can. There you go. You can hook it right into there. He's got a rope. Of course, it's just a plastic rope. It's not a real rope, anything like that. That would have been a nice little accessory. I guess we saved that for the Super 7s of the world. They'll probably have something like that one of these days for their Joe line. But you can put that on there if you need to. And it's just one of those things. So you got that nice little rope, nice sculpt on the rope, nice coloring. No issues with that. Just not the greatest thing since sliced bread or anything. Now we get down to old Polly. Gotta have Polly here. Polly's got a peg leg going on. Why do I not remember her having a peg leg in the cartoon? Am I dreaming that? But she has a peg leg here and one normal foot. I don't remember that. And I remember her toy especially not having a peg leg. So I'm a little perplexed by this. But a little brown peg leg on this one. A beautiful looking parrot here. It's Polly all day long because, you know, we just know Polly goes with Shipwreck. So there you go. Nice green bird. There you go. All right, now we get down to Shipwreck here. Let's dive in. Let's see what's going on. Oh, my gosh, I'm here for this all day long. Like I said, Shipwreck was a favorite of mine as a kid. I still remember buying him at Kmart in Fort Dodge, Iowa. My grandparents bought it for me. We were moving at the time, and I had to stay there for like 2 or 3 weeks in the summer in between school, and I remember they bought me a few different Joes, a few different vehicles, and I distinctly remember going to that Kmart in Fort Dodge. So, and I think we went to Bonanza, if you guys remember Bonanza. Oh, what a time for a little kid. What a time. But Shipwreck, man, oh man, looking good all day long. I guess we'll start with the head on Shipwreck. This is the head I think of when I think of Shipwreck right here. You got the beard going on there, kind of a stoic look going there, and you got nice ears on Shipwreck. Some of the best ears I've ever seen on a Shipwreck figure. Sure, why not? I got the brown hair, definitely Shipwreck all day. Got that traditional Navy hat on, I guess. I mean, it's very stereotypical Navy sailor's hat, I think. I think that's a fair assessment. It does come off, though, very Lady J style. And then, of course, he is bald underneath. But no, we do have that, but we do got an extra hair piece here with him. And you just pop that bad boy on, and you're off to the races. I don't know, though. This just doesn't feel like Shipwreck to me. All day long, I think of Shipwreck with the hat on. I don't think of him without the hat. So as good as this might look, it does look okay. But if somebody handed me this head and said, who the heck is this? I don't think I could tell you who it is. I couldn't. Because in my brain, my mind, he always has his hat on. So you give me this head with this hat on, oh my gosh, that's Shipwreck. You give me this one, I'm totally confused. I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I think a lot of you guys would agree with me on that one. I guess let's walk through the articulation. You got the head all over the place. Tons of movement on the head. And then you even got movement down at the bottom of the neck for extra head and neck articulation. Plenty of movement over there. Do love what I see about that. Arms go all the way around. You do get the butterfly shoulders on Shipwreck. Bicep cut. Double jointed. Pinless elbows. Hits being played here at the table. Hands back forth side to side. Got the old trigger hand going on. Black glove. Black wrist tape. Looking good there. Got the nice ab crunch for old Shipwreck. Waist articulation. Big old Shipwreck splits if you need them. And then, of course, the drop-down hips on the G.I. Joe classified figures. Side to side of the thigh. Double jointed, pinless knees. The hits continue to be played. Ankles back forth side to side. Got a little bell-bottom action down here on the old jeans for Shipwreck. You got a little pouch on the side or a little holster for his gun if you need to store it somewhere. You also have a gun on the back, a holster for the back, so you can hold both of his guns here. And then you got a little bit of a spot here as well, so you could hang the rope if you need to. There's a lot of different things. It's got a little hole in this rope, and you can just slide it in there. Well, maybe. I don't know. I was thinking it went all the way through, but it does not. But I guess you can sling it over his head and around his body, but then put it in there. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this little rope, I believe. And I believe you can also put probably Polly on this if you need to. Yep, that peg leg stand, you can put her right on there if you need to as well. So a little versatile, a little bit of that old-fashioned choose-your-own-adventure there with Shipwreck. Shipwreck got a little chest hair poking out of the shirt as well. Too bad it's not real fur chest hair. We'd love some real hair in there. That's what we need. But it is painted on, looking pretty good there. He does got his patented shark tattoo right there on his forearm. We remember that. Got a little insignia action up there on the shoulders. Got a hole in the back. No backpack with him, but of course, using this mold multiple times. times, as we know that they always do with this. You do got a hole there in his wrist, on his wrist tape, and that once again is going to be for Polly, and Polly will plug right in that arm. A little hard to get him in there, but there we go. There we go. So you can put her on there if you need to. I'm not sure. I wish there was a way to kind of cover that hole when she's not in there. But it's not the end of the world, that's for sure. But she does fit very nicely. You can't have Shipwreck without Polly. They are quite the team. Always made me want to have a bird as a little kid, too. I always thought that was a very cool look for them. One of the great tag teams of all times. Of course, you had your Mutton Junkyards, your Law and Orders, you had your Spirits and Freedoms. There was many. Crocmaster and his Crocodile. There was a lot of different ones, but Polly and Shipwreck was great. I remember as a little kid, you know, you had all these wars and stuff with your Joes, at least I did. I remember as a kid, there was one time all the Joes that had animals with them, they all got captured by Cobra and thrown in jail, and all the animals teamed up to rescue the Joes. Oh, it was an all-timer battle that was. I do see one thing I don't like on this Shipwreck is it looks like some of the paint is missed around the bicep. So unless you're totally lined up, and even then you can still see some kind of a tan color poking through the blue. So that is a little bad, just a little bit lacking in the paint department. Your results may vary there. But besides that, that's really the only issues I have with this Shipwreck figure. Definitely worth the wait. Definitely an all-time Joe. One I am so happy to have in my collection again after all these years, of course. And does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? We better do that test as well. Make sure you get the Mattel stand, as I always say. What do you know? Fits perfectly on there. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But boy, oh boy, am I happy to have Shipwreck in my collection. What a way to cap off Yo-Jo June with an all-timer, an all-time favorite of mine, old Shipwreck. Man, I'm here for it all day long, all day long. A good one. But what say you guys and gals out there in YouTube land? You picking up this Shipwreck figure? You all in on some Shipwreck? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got a lot of Joes to unbox. This is just the start of it. Got Super 7 ones, got classifieds. Gonna be Yo-Jo June July here on the channel is what it's looking like. But let me know your thoughts on this Shipwreck figure. Of course, don't forget about the Patreon channel. Early access to videos like this and all those other Joes. You get all those videos pretty much all at once instead of waiting day by day for them to come out. So check out the old Patreon, and truly your best way to support the channel and all the content is, of course, on the Patreon channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media. Hit me up, follow along. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Shipwreck and Polly 2, I am Kyle, and I'll see you all real soon.